Hey friends, Shay here. So today I am here to film a bit of a book haul. My voice is still coming back from being sick, but I feel much better. So thank you all who have reached out and wished me well. I appreciate all of you and you're all wonderful. So real quick, this is going to be a light novel and book haul. All of my manga, there's a bit more of that, so I'm going to do a separate haul for that. But let's go ahead and dive right into this haul. This isn't going to be any of my digital reads. If you're interested in a digital haul, let me know in the comments down below and I'll let you know what I've picked up on my Kindle and on Audible since I last did a digital haul for you. So let's quickly start with the light novels. I only have a handful of those. So let's go ahead and dive into those. The first one I've got here is Of Dragons and Fae, Volume 1. I've heard, well, it looks like it's just the whole thing. I've heard amazing things about this one. I've heard it's a romance. I'm really interested. I'm not remembering the synopsis off the top of my head, so I hope you'll forgive me there. But yes, I am very excited to dive into this. I think it's going to be a good time. The next one is a Volume 2, and that is The Haunted Bookstore, Gateway to a Parallel Universe. I loved Volume 1 of The Haunted Bookstore that I got in my last haul. I have since read this. It continues to be fantastic. I'll continue to pick up volumes as long as they come out for this series because it is just such a wonderful slice of life feeling adventure, and I can't recommend it enough. This is one that I regularly buddy read with Lindsay over at Lindsay Tut. I will leave her linked down below. Her Instagram is where she's primarily active right now, so that's what I'll link below. But we both have been really loving the series. The next one I have here is The Girl I Saved on the Train Turned Out to Be My Childhood Friend. I ended up picking up this one on a whim, but it looks really cute, so I'm really excited. The next one I have here is Unnamed Memory, Volume 1. This is another one that when you look up romance light novels, this is pretty high on the list. So again, another one that I'm very excited to try out. I do have one comic book here, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw that into this, and that's Himawari House by Harmony Becker. I have not gotten around to reading this yet, but it's high on my list to get read soon. I've heard it's an amazing slice of life piece geared towards teens about Asian teenagers. I don't remember the specific area of Asia, so forgive me for not specifying, but I would rather not specify than get it wrong. So I do plan on reading this soon. Once I do, I will give you my full thoughts. All right, let's go ahead and dive into the books. I'm going to start with the paperbacks, and then we'll go to the hardbacks. So first up, I have a copy of Archangel's Kiss by Nailani Singh. This is the second book in the Guild Hunter series. I have not read much of her Guild Hunter series yet, obviously, but I did really enjoy the first book, so I'm looking forward to continuing. Next, I have The Dragon's Bride by Katie Robert. I have already read this. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is essentially a arranged marriage where our female character has some very... she left an abusive marriage, so do know that going in. It can be mildly triggering. Being someone who was in a similar relationship, I did fine with this, so just tread cautiously if that's a problem for you. She ends up in a fated marriage, arranged marriage with the leader of the dragon people through the medium of a demon who arranges the whole thing. And it's about them getting to know one another in their arranged marriage. It's fantastic. I really loved it. 2 eggplants is all I'll say. And yes, Katie Robert did not steer me wrong. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Looking forward to more. Next I have Almond by Wonpyoon Song. I read this recently. I picked it up basically in mind to read while I was in Vegas for the BTS concert. Though I did not finish it, I did start it. I have since finished it. I'll give you my thoughts in an upcoming wrap-up. But I did enjoy this. I can understand why BTS would recommend this. It's a very powerful piece. I ended up really enjoying myself. Next on the list is one of the monthly picks for Barnes & Noble that looked really interesting to me, and that is Woman on Fire by Lisa Barr. In this one, it's kind of heist feeling where they're chasing after a certain painting, and I'm really looking forward to giving this one a try. The next one that I have here is The Wolf Den by Elodie Harper. This is basically like the dark, seedy underbelly of Greek mythology in a way, and it's about empowering women and giving them a safe place to take care of themselves. And I really, really, really enjoyed it. Well, I haven't read it yet, but I enjoy the concept. I'm very much looking forward to reading it. Next, I have 2 titles by Helen Hart. Oh, actually, I have 3. Sorry. Let me grab all 3 here. So first up, I have Blaze, which is book 21 in the Steel Brothers saga. I'm currently reading this trilogy right now because they come in trilogies for each person that they focus on. This one is Donnie's series, and I'm very much looking forward to where it's going to go from here. Then I have Follow Me Always, which is the final book in her, like, 50 Shades style story. I thought book 2 went to a really interesting place, and so I'm really excited to see what the fallout is here in this 3rd one. And then I also have Darkly, which is like the male counterpart. It's kind of like the Christian Grey series, but from Brayden's perspective, which is the guy from Follow Me Always. So I'm really interested to see his take. I always wanted his thoughts on things, so I almost wish they would have been in the same book, but I'm really interested to see how things shake out with this one. All right, next up I have The Unbearable Lightness of Being by Milan Kundera. I've not read anything by Milan Kundera yet, and I've heard amazing things about this particular one, just haven't gotten around to reading it yet. Next I have Housemaid of Dawn by Enska Momandi. This is about, basically this is about a Native American teen and his stories. And so I'm really interested to see where it's going to go. I don't know if I hauled this one, so I'm going to quickly haul it here. And that is Dance of the Fae Prince by Elise Kova. I still need to read this particular one. I really enjoyed Deal with the Elf King. I just have not read this one yet. Next, I have Lick by Kylie Scott. This is Kylie Scott's rocker series. I know that Izzy from over at Happy for Now really enjoyed this one. And they had the physical copy at my Barnes & Noble. And since I have a really great discount at Barnes, I figured why not pick up the physical. And it's a waking up in Vegas style romance, so I'm really excited. Next, I did end up picking up a physical copy of I Married a Lizard Man. I love this series so much, and I'm slowly going to be collecting all of the physical copies of these books because I've just really enjoyed my time with them. Kind of piggybacking off the previous haul, my store has been getting in Mariana Zapata physicals, and so I did pick up a copy of The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. Like, it's a chunky boy, but I really loved this when I listened to it on audio, so I'm very much looking forward to having a physical copy. I may go back and reread and annotate some of these, but I'm still kind of figuring out when I'm going to do that. So anyways, I'm very much excited about having more physical Mariana Zapatas because she is an author that I love. I want to support however I can. And if I can support them through my work, I will happily do so. And the next one is another indie pub that Barnes & Noble ended up picking up, and that's A Broken Blade. It's the first book in the Halfling saga. I don't know too much about it other than it's a fantasy romance style story. So I'm really excited to see how this one shakes out for me. All right, now we've got the hardback stack, and then we should be good. So the first one I have here is The Fox's Tower and Other Tales, which this is a collection of short magical stories by Yoon Ha Lee. I like short story collections every so often, and so I'm really interested to see how this one's going to play out for me. And then I have Tokyo Ueno Station by Yu Miri. I picked this up on the recommendation of Books and Bow. I will leave their channel linked down below. I am really excited. I remember this one. Yeah, it was a National Book Award winner. And so I'm really interested to see how this translated work shakes out. Next, I picked up a copy of The Psalm of the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. This is going to be my first Becky Chambers. I did start it, but I wasn't quite in the right headspace for it. But I do plan on picking it up again soon. I'm kind of feeling the itch for a good sci-fi, so I'm probably going to pick it up sooner rather than later. And I don't remember if I hauled this one either. And that's The Latinist by Mark Prince. This is a take on, I believe it's Apollo and Daphne. So again, another one that I'm very interested in reading. And then I have A Spindle Splintered by Alex E. Harrow. This is the Tell It Again book that we're talking about on Sunday the 24th. I don't remember if this is going up before or after that. If it's done, I will leave it linked in the corner. If not, then join us. The next one I have here is this month's Barnes & Noble book club pick for the YA book club, and that is A Magic Steeped in Poison. This is the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, which does have exclusive end pages and a cute little teapot stamp there, and it's got the beautiful purple foil. So I know that it's slightly unique in the way it's presented for Barnes. So I'm very excited to give this one a read. It's one of the few YA that's actually like sounded interesting to me recently. So again, very excited about that. Next here I have The Family Chow. This one's going to be turned into, I can't remember if it's a movie or a TV show. I have since read this, really enjoyed it. Very much a very interesting dynamic family saga. There's lots of layers to it. So I would recommend checking this one out. The next one here is How Do You Live? By Genzaburo Yoshino. This is a classic in Japan. Hayao Miyazaki is doing a film for How Do You Live? So I'm very interested to read the source material before I see the movie. And again, these last two, I don't know if I've hauled them, so I'm going to quickly haul them. The first one here is The Bones of Ruin by Sarah Raleigh. I've heard that a lot of people love this first installment, but didn't love it enough to continue. It's essentially about circus performers and magic, and it sounds really amazing. And then the last one here is Gilded by Marissa Meyer. Again, one of the few YA that sounded interesting recently. I love Marissa Meyer. I loved the Lunar Chronicles series, so I really wanted to give this one a try because it seems like she's going back to the roots there. So I hope this is good, but we'll see. All right, friends, so that is my book haul for now. I'm going to do some other videos in between, and then I'll do my manga haul. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below the books or light novels that you've picked up recently, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Was it all just a dream, just all in my head?